Hi, this is Chris from Tech Savvy Tutorials. Today, I'm going to show you how you can use AI to generate images using Midjourney. So Midjourney is a tool or a bot that allows you to generate images just based on text. Similar to what you know from maybe ChatGPT, you enter what you need in an image and then you will get a generated image or multiple generated images by Midjourney. So today I'm going to show you how exactly you can do that, how you can install Midjourney, how to do the prompts, and how to work out the images that you want to have. So before we can get started with Midjourney, we have to set up another tool. It's called Discord. And Discord is a chat service. So you can join different servers where usually people can chat. And Midjourney bot is all based on this Discord service. Now, this is completely free. What you can do is you open your web browser, go to discord.com, then under downloads, you download the binary, which is matching your operating system, whether it's Windows or Mac. You download it and you install it. Once it's installed, you get to this welcome screen. If you have an account already, then log in with your email and password. If you don't, then go and register an account. It's completely free. You type in your email address, your username and password, the date of birth, and you accept the terms and conditions. Now, once you hit the register button, you will get an email which you need to verify. You click on the link and then you come back and log in with the account. So once you're logged in into Discord, usually if it's a fresh account, it looks empty like this. If you already know Discord and have an account, you probably have your different servers in here. So the next step would be to join Midjourney. What you can do is you open the web browser and go to midjourney.com. And then you can join the beta by clicking here. It will redirect you into Discord app, and then inside the Discord app you can say join Midjourney. You have to specify that you're not human. It wants to know any hot dog pictures. Okay, let's do that. This looks like a hot dog. And then that's it. Alright, so once you joined the Midjourney server, what you can see in the trial support channel, you can read here a message that it says, unfortunately, we are currently not able to provide trials due to high demand. That means that you cannot generate any images on a trial support plan. You can still go ahead and look at other images, but if you want to play around with Midjourney and you want to test it yourself, the only way you can do that at the moment is you buy a subscription plan. Now there's multiple different kind of subscription plans. If you want to go and check it out, the easiest way is you go into one of these newbie channels. You type in /subscribe, then hit enter. It will generate a special link for you. You just follow that one. And then you get to the subscription plan page. So basically, there is two ways how you can pay the subscription. There is a yearly billing or there is a monthly billing. Obviously, if you want to just play around, a monthly billing would be the better option, even though it's slightly more expensive. But you can choose the cheapest one, which would be $10 in 1 month. So if you want to just test it out, it will cost you $10. And you can join the basic plan, and basically with this basic plan it allows you to generate up to 200 images in a month. You have the option for optional credit top-up, meaning that you can pay for extra image generation if you consumed all the 200 images and you want to just generate more. So this is probably the cheapest options, and then obviously there is an extended plan and professional plans which allows you more image generation, faster image generation. And the professional plan also allows you to generate images in a stealth mode. Stealth mode basically means that when you generate images, it's in a channel where everyone can see it, while if you generate a stealth image, it would be in a private setting so that no one else can see what images you are generating. So once you subscribed, you can go back into Discord, and I'm going to show you now how you can actually use Midjourney to generate images. All right, so I now joined with my private account, which has a basic monthly subscription for $10. So I can show you how to do all the image generation. So as I mentioned before, on the left side, you have a bunch of channels where you can go and check out. The newbie channels is usually where you have the trial version, people doing image generations. Obviously at the moment it's not trial versions, but you have a bunch of other channels that are maybe worth looking at. And then you have like the general image generation channels you go and check out. There's a couple of voice channels. If you join them, it's basically you can talk to people and ask questions or just exchange any sort of information. There's like a general discussion channel, and up here you have member support. If you have any questions, you can go there and ask them how to do certain things. So let's just go into one of the channels. You just click into the channel. If you have no idea, how to do things, something that's very helpful is to just kind of browse through these channels. You check on images, you check what they do, what prompts they kind of ask, and you can see you can have all sorts of images here, and then basically go ahead and generate your first image. So the way it works with generating an image is as simple as hitting / and then imagine, and then it comes the prompt, and then in the prompt you can specify whatever you want. A cute panda together with a monkey and wants to have comic version, and then you hit enter. What you see here now, you have like a yellow box, which basically means it's your request, and it's going to be cute, so it will not happen immediately. Usually you have to wait for a couple of seconds the image for it to be generated, and you can see here that it starts generating. It's an iteration process, so it will become better over time, and you can see here we have 0% of the generation, and once it's done it will remove it from here and basically then just paste it at the bottom of the channel. Meanwhile, you can see here that people have like very sophisticated long prompts for very specific images, so you can be very creative in how you generate these images. And there's a couple of flags here which I will explain a bit later. So once the image is done, you will see here it will post it at the bottom of this channel, and it will highlight it against your username. So it's highlighted and it's easy to search and see. And then you see here now, it will always generate 4 images. I'm not so sure they are very cute images that they produced, but if you're not very happy about them, you can either use a new prompt, or you can also say you want to have a different variant. So if you look at down the bottoms here, there's a couple of buttons. U stands for upscaling. That means if you're happy with an image, you can say I want to upscale that image into a bigger image, and you have U1, 2, 3, 4. This like top left is 1, and then top right is 2, lower left is 3, and lower right would be 4. Then you could also use different variants. Like let's say you're happy with this top left one and you want to have different variants of that one, then you would hit the V1. If you're not happy at all with these images, you can click on regenerate button, which basically just does it again, and hopefully it will generate more images. Now let's say if you want to have a variant of the top left one, I click on V1. So again, this will take a couple of seconds to generate. As you can see, these channels are extremely busy, so it might take a while to generate them. It's already now working on it, so let's wait for it to be finished. All right, so the image done, it's posted at the bottom. You can see here these images, they look actually quite sad, but anyway, let's go with it. Let's say I like the top right one and I want to upscale it, you click on U4, that would be U2 in this case. And what it does, it will generate a image in a larger size, which then you can use. Okay, so the image has been generated or upscaled. You can see here, you can click it here, you can open it in the browser and have the large image for you. All right, so what I did is I saved this image on the hard drive. And the reason is I want to show you something that's also quite nice feature is if you have an image that you like or you want to have an image modified, what you can do is you can upload such an image on a page where it's accessible by the internet. I usually just go into pasteboard. And then you can see here I downloaded this image. I'll just upload that image into the internet. Obviously this is now publicly available, so you want to only do that if you want that image to be publicly available. So if you want to use it, you need the direct image link. What I do here is I just do right click and then copy image address. Oops, that was the wrong one. Copy image address, which looks like that. And now what you can do is you can go into the Discord channel, do /imagine, and now you start with the link to the image. Then you do a comma and then you say what you want to do. I like the panda to be happy. Let's see if this works out. All right, so the algorithm has come back. It took my pictures and made a happy panda. This one looks like a happy panda. So maybe I want to have the variant of the lower left one. So I'll just go and do the variant of number 3. And then I could continue on that. So if you want to have a bit more ideas on what you can actually do, you can see that, some people, they post quite sophisticated text in order to properly describe what you want in an image. So basically, the more descriptive you are with your text, the better images you will probably get. Otherwise, the AI algorithms is just going to guess what you want. Now, another thing which is quite handy to do is if you generate images, you see that sometimes you have to scroll around to actually find where this image has been posted. What you can do is you can copy your username. So if you go just down here to your username and you hit copy, and then on the top right search, you can say mentions, and then you paste your username. And what you will see is then a list of all the mentions. So basically then you see a history of what you have requested and the images. So it's a lot faster for you to find your own images, especially if you go away from the computer while it's generating the image. Another interesting thing is that if you can go and search for the documentation, so if you just hit /, you see here a couple of examples. If you go to /docs, you can search for it. Let's say docs for quick start. So once you get into the documentation, you see here a quick start, which is basically what we just run through. But quite interesting, if you go into next step prompts, it will explain everything about prompts, how a prompt looks like, the structure of the prompt. There's some quite nice explanations here. Let's say if you want to have an image, it explains you what you need to name in terms of the image style that you want to have. Whether you want to have watercolor, pixel art, if you want to be more specific, like live drawing, continuous line. And so you see a bunch of examples down here. Time travel even, you can say you want to have an image in the 1700s. You can do that too. Emotes. So as you can see here, it's very powerful. You can just go in here to check for some ideas. Now inside the prompts, maybe you've seen it before, you can actually specify some parameters, and parameters are here to modify the image specifics. As an example, you can go in here to the parameter list. It's not huge, but you can have some basic things like aspect ratio, a chaos, which basically change how varied the results will be. You can specify the quality, and you can go in here and you see some examples between quality 0.25 and quality of 1, which is the best quality, which also takes obviously a bit longer to generate. There's different versions of this image generation model, and then the newest model would be version 5, and you can only use the version 5 as a subscribed user. But sometimes the model is better in different versions, depending on what you want to do. As an example, if you want to have a logo generated with a specific text inside the logo, then the version 3 seems to be working better than the version 4 or version 5. And so maybe sometimes changing the version would help there. And these kind of things you would usually find either in an FAQ or in one of these help channels. So if you go back, what you can also go is you can go and check the FAQ. And you could check here, how do I add words, print text, letters and numbers, and then you can go and check the document. So you click on it and then see here, it will basically explain you how to do this kind of things. You can just click in here and you get some documentation on how this works. So you have to go and browse through all of that. So there's plenty of users that have asked usually most of the questions. So you can either go through the FAQ, you can also use the search functionality to go and find if you are having issues with a certain type of image generation. And I'm pretty sure you will find an answer in here. This is the end of the tutorials. Thanks for watching. If you like the content, I'm going to upload videos on a weekly basis. If you want me to cover something, please let me know in the comments, and I would love to if you subscribe to the channels, and I'll see you the next time.